Your computer is about to get a photographic memory, a perfect, searchable, infallible record of everything you've ever seen or done on your screen. That's the promise Microsoft made with its Copilot plus PC revolution, a new era of artificial intelligence so deeply integrated it would change how we interact with our devices forever. It was pitched as a moment of rebirth for the personal computer, the biggest leap forward since the graphical interface of Windows itself. The marketing was slick, the vision was grand, and the entire PC industry was poised to capitalize on a new, mandatory upgrade cycle. But what if you don't want your computer to remember everything? What if that perfect memory becomes a perfect liability, a digital ghost that haunts your every click? In a stunning turn of events, what was supposed to be Microsoft's crowning achievement, the recall feature, became a firestorm of controversy. It exposed a deep, troubling chasm between the future tech giants are desperately trying to sell us and the future we actually want to live in. This isn't just a story about a software misstep. It's a story about privacy, trust, and a moment of reckoning for the entire AI industry. A sentiment now confirmed by Microsoft's most important partners, who are admitting, in hushed tones, that nobody really asked for this. Let's rewind to the initial pitch, because it sounded, on the surface, like magic. Lost a link you saw last week? Can't find that document you were editing on Tuesday? Just ask your PC. The recall feature was designed to take constant snapshots of your activity, creating a visual, scrollable timeline of your entire digital life. Using powerful on-device AI, you could then search this timeline with natural language. Find that website with the red and white hiking boots, and boom, Recall would pull up the exact moment you were browsing it. The promise was an end to digital forgetfulness, a powerful tool for productivity. But the mechanism behind the magic was the source of the nightmare. To create this timeline, your PC would be taking a screenshot of your screen every 5 seconds. Let that sink in. Not just when you save a file or click a link. Every 5 seconds, a snapshot. Your private messages on Signal or WhatsApp, your banking details as you fill them in, your login credentials, your half-written emails filled with unguarded thoughts, your confidential work documents, your video calls with family, everything that flashes across your screen, captured and stored. Microsoft's initial defense was simple. It's all private and secure. The data is processed and stored locally on your device's new neural processing unit, or NPU. Nothing is sent to the cloud, not even to Microsoft. For a moment, this seemed to placate some concerns. The NPU, a specialized chip designed for AI tasks, would handle the heavy lifting, ensuring privacy by keeping the data off the internet. It was a clever piece of marketing, leveraging the hardware to sell a security promise. But then, the security community got their hands on it. What they found was alarming. Renowned security researcher Kevin Beaumont, among others, discovered that the so-called secure database was in early builds a simple, unencrypted SQLite file. He quickly created a tool that could, in seconds, extract and view a user's entire recall history with a few simple commands. Suddenly, the impenetrable fortress Microsoft described looked more like a house of cards. Any common info stealer malware that gained basic user-level access, not even administrator level, could potentially scrape months or years of your complete digital life in one go. This created what security experts call the ultimate single point of failure. Hackers no longer need to hunt for individual files or install complex keyloggers that capture keystrokes. With Recall, Microsoft had gift-wrapped a user's entire history, perfectly organized and indexed by the AI, and left it in a single, convenient location. It was a goldmine for cybercriminals, a dream tool for corporate espionage, and a potential disaster for anyone dealing with sensitive information, from lawyers and doctors to journalists and activists. This feeling, this sense of a technologically brilliant solution that nobody actually wants, isn't new. We've been here before. Remember 3D televisions? Manufacturers spent billions convincing us we needed to wear goofy glasses to watch movies at home. The technology was impressive, but it was a solution to a problem that didn't exist for most people. The market rejected it. A more potent parallel is Google Glass. Technologically, it was a marvel, a wearable computer with a heads-up display. But it failed spectacularly, not because it didn't work, but because it crossed an invisible social and psychological line. The idea of someone being able to record you at any moment without your knowledge felt profoundly invasive. It was just creepy. The term glasshole entered the lexicon, and the product was quietly retired. Recall is the Google Glass of operating systems. It violates that same fundamental sense of privacy. It introduces a level of surveillance into our most personal digital space that, until now, was the domain of dystopian fiction. It doesn't matter how secure the data is. The core act of constant, indiscriminate recording is what feels wrong. This brings us to the billion-dollar question. If the backlash was so predictable, why did Microsoft push so hard for this? The answer isn't just about user convenience. It's about a desperate business strategy and a high-stakes war for the future of computing. First, this is about selling new computers. The PC market has been stagnant for years. People are holding onto their laptops longer because, frankly, they're good enough for browsing, email, and streaming. To compel a mass upgrade cycle, you need a killer app, a reason so compelling that your old hardware feels obsolete. Microsoft and its hardware partners like Dell, HP, and Lenovo are betting that on-device AI is that reason. The Copilot plus PC branding isn't just a marketing gimmick. It's a strategic attempt to redefine the PC and make every existing machine feel like a relic. The NPU isn't just a component, it's the gatekeeper to this new era, and you can only get one by buying a new machine. Second, it's about the platform war. Apple is embedding its privacy-first Apple Intelligence deep into iOS and macOS. Google is pushing its Gemini AI onto every Android phone. Microsoft is terrified of being left behind on the platform they once dominated. They need to own the AI experience on the desktop. Recall was meant to be their flagship, their wow feature that would define the Windows AI ecosystem and create a moat to keep users from drifting to Apple or Google. This is where Dell's candid admission becomes so devastating for Microsoft's strategy. When one of your biggest partners, a company whose entire business model relies on selling these new PCs, publicly states that customers are confused by AI and aren't buying machines because of it, it's a massive red flag. It signals that the marketing blitz is failing to connect. The industry's supposed killer app is being met with a collective shrug, or worse, with active distrust. It's an admission that the AI hype train might be running on fumes. But the resistance goes even deeper than business or security. It taps into something fundamentally human. We are not creatures of perfect recall. Our brains are designed to forget. We forget trivialities to make room for what's important. We forget painful moments to allow ourselves to heal and move on. Our identity is shaped as much by what we let go of as by what we hold on to. The right to be forgotten is not just a legal concept, it's a psychological necessity. The promise of a perfect, permanent digital memory is, in a way, profoundly inhuman. It creates a digital shadow, an unerasable record of every mistake, every fleeting thought, every private moment. This has a chilling effect. This phenomenon is known as the digital panopticon, where the user becomes their own guard, constantly aware they are being watched by their own device. If you know that every search, every message, every draft is being recorded, do you start to self-censor? Does your computer, once a tool for creativity and private exploration, become a witness you're constantly performing for? The feeling isn't paranoia. It's a rational response to a fundamental shift in our relationship with technology. We want our tools to serve us, not to surveil us. We want technology to be a helpful assistant, not a tireless stenographer documenting our entire existence. In the face of overwhelming backlash from security experts, privacy advocates, and the general public, Microsoft did relent. They made recall an opt-in feature rather than on by default, strengthened the security with better encryption, and promised users more control. But the damage was done. They had revealed their hand, their vision of the future was one of constant, passive data collection, even if it was just for your own eyes. The fixes felt like a hasty patch on a fundamentally flawed concept. And now, the market is delivering its verdict. People aren't rushing to buy AI PCs. The revolutionary feature has been shelved from the initial launch. What this really means is that AI, as a standalone buzzword, has lost its magic. We are entering a new phase of technological adoption, one defined not by raw capability, but by trust. It's no longer enough for a feature to be powerful or innovative. It must also be respectful, intuitive, and fundamentally trustworthy. Companies can't just build the most advanced technology. They must build the most human-centric technology, solving real problems without creating bigger new ones. This isn't a rejection of AI, but a rejection of AI implemented without wisdom. The recall debacle is a powerful warning shot for the entire industry. The future of personal computing won't be won by the company that collects the most data or packs the most AI features into a device. It will be won by the company that best understands the delicate balance between assistance and intrusion, between remembering and letting go. Dell's quiet pivot, focusing back on performance, battery life, and reliability, shows they've heard the message from their customers. The real question is, has Microsoft truly learned the lesson, or are they just waiting for the outrage to die down before trying again?